Hey everybody, Edo here, and today we have Bevan and Gino from Tinkerbot Games reviewing Waggle Dance by Mike Nudd. Now, I backed it on Kickstarter, so did they, but they beat me to the review. Check it out. Thanks.
Hi, this is Bevan.
And this is Gino.
And we're here from the Talking Tinkerbots podcast to talk to you about one of our favourite games, Waggle Dance. You're a queen bee who's trying to build up a hive. You start off with these 4 hive pieces, which you're then trying to, during the course of the game, convert into honey. And that's how you win. So the way you do it is you have your worker bees, which are these dice that you roll at the beginning of the round, and you get a set of numbers on them, and you're trying to collect pollen from the flowers here, and from using the worker cards here to try and build up your engine.
That's right. So the worker cards are really interesting because this is how you take actions during the game. So once you've rolled your dice and you've got certain numbers, you take those dice and you place them on the cards depending on the number on the cards there. So you can see the cards are normally listed 1 to 6. If you're the first person to put a 4 down on the card, for example, no one else can put a 4 on that card, so you can only be the first one to get there. This is really interesting for player interaction because you're constantly watching what your other players' dice they've got, so you can see what they can and can't do, and you want to make sure you do it before they do, so you really sort of stick them out. With the cards, you can do things like you can get more eggs, which you can then use 2 other dice to turn into more bees to get more dice to use throughout the game. You can take eggs, you can hatch eggs, you can take cards, you can move pollen around. This is the pollen over here. There's lots of things you can do, and it's a really interesting way of making the game work.
Yep. And it's not a perfect information game either, because what they also have are these cards called the Queen cards that you can then use to do extra actions. So these will form a hand that no one else can see, and they'll let you do things like gain extra pollen. This one here lets you convert a hex into honey using different types of pollen. Usually you have to have 4 of the same. This one here lets you move your bees around after you've placed them, so you get to watch what other people have done and then move them around. So it adds this extra sort of frisson of the unknown, basically, to make it a little bit more interesting, make it not so programmed, I suppose.
That's right. And this is from a British publisher called Grublin Games, and it's the second game they've done. They've done it via Kickstarter, and the components are really nicely made. So the thing that stands out are the dice. So the dice are really interesting because all the pips are little hexagons, which really suits the theme of the game, being hive. And also the number 1s are then a bee on the dice as well, which is really nice. It's a nice little touch. The cards and the artwork is absolutely beautiful. The components are lovely, and the box art is really fantastic as well. I really like it.
Very colourful.
Exactly. And one of the things I really like about the game as well is that there's no upside to the game. It doesn't matter which way around you're sitting on the table, it doesn't make a difference. It's just you can sit anywhere and you know exactly what's going on because there's no text on anything, which makes it a lot easier to play.
Yep. And it's good scalability as well.
That's right. So yeah, you can play between 2 to 4 players, and it doesn't matter if you're playing 2, 3 or 4, the game's just as fun with all those numbers. There's no scale of it's better with 3 or better with 4. It doesn't happen. It's good with 2 just as much as it is with 4.
Yep. So we're looking, what, 45 to 60 minute game, 2 to 4 players. It says 10 plus on the box, but I reckon you could probably teach this to young kids. It's really easy to teach once you've got because as you said, without all the text on the cards, it's just a case of the symbolism. So yeah.
Really good game.
One of our absolute favourites, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So yeah. Thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ted.
And that was Bevan and Gino from Tinkerbot Games reviewing Waggle Dance. Cool game. Do check it out. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. More importantly, play some great games. Thanks. Bye.